This is the show that gives you a daily dose of happy, uplifting, feel-good stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderlous News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. All right, so our first segment is NFL draftee Quentin Johnston shares grand plans for his Army veteran mother. I love this. Okay, so this guy, he's a former TCU, Texas Christian University wide receiver, Quentin Johnston. He was selected by the LA Chargers. He was the 21st pick of the 2023 NFL draft. And he says this when he's selected: I just want to give a big shout out to my mom. She's going to be putting her 2-week notice in today. She can retire. I don't want you working another day, she says about his mom. Wow. So his mom is she's a veteran. She was in the Army, and she served, and it looks like his father served in Kuwait in 1995. And now, because her son and because her and her husband did such a great job raising this amazing athlete, she's going to be retiring. She's putting her 2-week notice in, whatever job that is, and she's done, and he's probably going to buy her a house. Look, I love this because my mom and my dad work their tails off. They have their own business, but they're running around all the time, especially my mom now. And, if I was to be in his shoes, I would do the same thing, right? I would buy my mom a house. I'd make my mom and my dad retire, and you guys are done. Enjoy yourself. Come to all the games. And that's it. I mean, that's what I would do. So I love this. Great story. And you know what? I think you could say that because this young man has done such a good job, and he's such has achieved such honors as an athlete and will continue to do so, everyone is deserving of that he gives to his family with that money. So it's awesome. All right. So next segment: study finds artwork exhibited in museums increases happiness increases happiness in viewers with one key element. Okay, so let's go back. So this study shows that what you did at this museum was they started setting up. So usually there's a label, right? So here's the painting, and it's by Van Gogh, and the name is this. What they did, and they saw a huge increase in happiness from the visitors visiting that museum and seeing the artwork, was having a more detailed explanation of the artist and the art itself, right? So not just a label, but actually something that they would read. And they said, wow, the excitement and positivity from those in the gallery and showroom and watching, looking at the art in the museum, they actually got more excited and they became more joyful, looking at at the art. And it's cool. They even said, she said that the experimental participants also exhibited physical signs of excitement, like dilated pupils and increased skin electrodermal activity. Now, I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe your skin glows a little bit. I don't know. The energy from you being excited makes it shine a little bit. I don't know, but pretty cool. And actually, when I think about it, I would like to, when I'm looking at a painting or a piece of art, I'd like to know more about the artist and more about why, if you have that information, why that artist chose to create that, work of art, that sculpture, that painting, or whatever it is. So great. Wonderful story. All right. So here we go. We get to our moment of the day. Wonderless moment of the day, brought to you by Rise by Shaman Angelina. She has an amazing store on Etsy. The link to her store on Etsy is in the description of the show, so check it out. She has necklaces, bracelets, I think earrings. You're going to love her stuff, but in the meantime, this is the moment that she chose. It's going to be a video if you get to see it, and also music. Usually at this point in the show, I like to take a couple of breaths with you and relax and get ready, and then it's about 10, 15 seconds long. So let's take 2 breaths in, one at a time, and then out. So again, that's in through your nose and then out through your mouth. All right, here comes the moment of the day. Thank You, Rise by Shaman Angelina. We love that. We all love it here at Wonderlous News. Okay, awesome. All right, next segment. Louisiana high school senior credits faith as key to landing 125 college offers and $9 million in scholarships. Wow. Okay. If you have a kid, a young man or woman that's going to college next year and you're hoping they get a scholarship, well, this young gentleman got 125 offers and in total 9 million in scholarships. Now, of course, he's going to have to choose one, and it won't be for 9 million. It'll be one school and one scholarship, and and whatever that cost or scholarship is, is allotted for that school. But this young gentleman, Barnes, last name's Barnes. He enrolled in Southern University of New Orleans for the past 2 years. Okay, so he was earning college credits while finishing high school. So get that. He enrolled in a college while in high school, doing extra classes to get extra credits and get further along in his, he graduated high school, I think, a little early. And then he also, so when he graduates from high school on May 24th, he will almost have earned enough credits to enroll in college as a sophomore. Okay, so he's finishing high school. He's taking college courses at a local college. And when he graduates, he literally will almost be able to enter with enough credits to be a sophomore, not a freshman. Incredible. The guy's got a 4.0 GPA. I read somewhere he played, he ran track and played on the basketball team. So, I mean, the guy he's kind of superhuman and super smart. And he's been doing this for a while, and he's getting ready to go to an amazing school, and he's going to have a full scholarship, and he got all those offers. I mean, look, that's a lot of applications. He said Barnes applied to 200 schools. Okay, those are a lot of applications. Actually, now that I think about it, I think each application costs money, unless there's a program where you don't have to pay, because I'm pretty sure I had to pay. He shelled out some money to get into a college and then, get the different scholarships that are being offered to him. But regardless, congratulations to Barnes. This is great. He goes above and beyond. All right, enough said. Look, now it's time for the Wonderless thought. Let's talk about college or no college, right? I mean, that's kind of a topic that's coming up more and more. My kids are young, so I've got 10 plus years until that's going to be a thing. But for those of you with kids that are getting ready to go to college, or those that are deciding maybe not to go right away or not at all, what is the thought on that? What do you think? I mean, I think part of it is, college represents so many different things now. Don't you think it's different than it was when, let's say my parents were in college, or when I went to college even? It was what you did, what you were encouraged to do, because it meant that you would have more opportunities when you got out of college in regards to jobs and careers. And that would usually equal more money, right? A bigger salary, more possibilities. And in fact, now I have some friends that went back to college a few years ago to get master's degrees, right? So getting additional college certificates of completion in different schools, master's, PhD, whatever. It does help. But what about going to college now or not going to college? I mean, when my kids are going to college, either it's going to be a lot different and it won't be as necessary, or it will, because technology is giving us so much information where it's almost like, is there a need to go to college? I can get a lot of the info I need on YouTube. I think the one thing that I would agree with that I've heard mentioned a few times, and my parents even told me this a long time ago. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, my favorite teacher in college, I can't remember his name, unfortunately, but he was a sales, I took a sales class, right? And doing speeches and doing sales. And he said that one of the biggest advantages for an employer looking at applicants that went to college was that, one, it shows that they can do the work, that they were given a certain amount of time to complete a course. They had to, know the material, take a test, and pass. And that makes an employer feel a little bit better about their decision on an applicant because there's a better chance out of college that person's going to, work out, that they're not going to give up right away. They showed that they could do it for 4 years or so, probably going to do it for them for a few years or more, right? All right. Anyways, listen, if you have a Wonderlous story that you want to tell us here on the show, please send it to wonderlessnews@gmail.com. I'll read it. I'll talk about it here on the show. We want to know what you're seeing out there that's wonderless. Also, if you like the show, watching it, listening to it, or both, follow us, subscribe, like, all those things, whether it's, you're seeing us on Instagram for the first time or TikTok or YouTube, whatever it is, go ahead and do those fancy things that we all want to know that's happening. And I want to know that you're liking it so I can do more of this, right? Or maybe we do something different. I don't know. Anyways, thanks again for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher. I'll see you tomorrow.